This is not only my smallest, but also the least expensive enclosure that I have here at the Reptarium, costing me only about 20 bucks.
It's got one cactus in it.
And my most expensive enclosure that I've ever made is certainly Ivy's enclosure here, who's right over here. Look at how beautiful she looks. She's got all kinds of land features, but also it has a few hundred gallons of water with a waterfall. It's an absolutely massive enclosure, and this one cost me over $40,000 to build. But let's go ahead and back up and start talking about what the difference is between my most expensive and my least expensive enclosure here at the Reptarium. Let's go back to some of the more inexpensive enclosures that I've actually done here. When we built the Reptarium, it was all about making really cool enclosures, but also trying to save as much money as we possibly could so we could have a bunch of really cool animals in here. So we use Zoom Edge skyscrapers that are 36 inches by 18 inches by 18 inches. Those enclosures only cost a couple $100. Then we had a nice, beautiful backdrop, and I've got to be careful because Carl Emerald Treepo is looking at me like, are you fool? These backdrops cost about $150. And then we, of course, have plants, we have lighting, we have all stuff like this. But overall, most of these enclosures cost us $450.
Sexy, eh? This is not stable.
What are we doing?
I got juice in my eye.
Mike, this spa day is so relaxing.
Oh,
Stop touching my butt.
I'm sorry, can't see. Some animals from spa days. They deserve it.
They really do. They work so hard.
Pedicure feet. Ow!
Ooh, their nails are sharp. Hurry up.
Snip.
Look how relaxed he is. Like, you're really just not that good at this.
Can you hold
Can
you hold it still?
Dude, I'm going through something. God! God! Wow!
Can you hold him?
I am literally trying.
You're not doing good, Noah. Keep still for 30 seconds. Noah, you suck at holding him. I got one nail left on this foot. Hold on, I had two left. I gotta get his back legs.
What? You gotta do those two?
Yeah, those are the ones that were cutting you. All right, ready? Nope, maybe not.
God, Toothless doesn't like you very much, huh?
Funny thing is he actually stood still for that.
Maybe that's all you gotta do.
Whew.
Nice, Mike.
I did not cut his finger off. We're done. That's all the tips.
If I ran this place, things would be so different.
Now there's a big jump up when it comes to the amount that these enclosures cost. Look at these chunky monkeys right here. They just want to come out and eat me. This, of course, our alligator enclosure here. And it's actually pretty cool. It's built right into the wall. There's actually universal rock here. We've got basking lights on both sides. We have a water feature down here. We have a sump pump that's down here. And those sumps cost quite a bit of money too to keep this water as clean as it is. So this enclosure here, from start to finish, installed by myself, a lot of swag and equity, still costs $6,000.
I think Karen just pulled up.
With your ice cream?
I don't know. I didn't ask you to bring me in.
Take a look, you guys. This is so dope. Got my monkey tail skinks. They're actually eating right now. They are so absolutely adorable. And these enclosures here are cool because they're actually 4 foot by 4 foot by 5 foot tall. So they're kind of a neat kind of mid-sized stuff. Really cool enclosure for the monkey tail skinks. This is actually the female right here. Male's a little bit feisty. He doesn't really like people too much, but I just thought it was super cute to see the female eating. They love this enclosure, and we have a bunch of these enclosures here. And each one of these enclosures like this costs us roughly about $7,500.
No ice cream. She brought Beth's milk.
Been a minute since we updated Frosty. What are you doing, you silly monkey? You want some food, don't you? And it has some shed on it right now, but absolutely beautiful white animal. Love this thing. Such a cool lizard, and it's getting super docile. Remember when it was super shy? Now it comes out like, hey, what's going on? And these enclosures here are actually 8 foot long by 6 foot deep by 4 foot tall. And each one of these enclosures, we have a bunch of them here. They're all figured out a little bit differently. This obviously has a log in it, has a basking light, has UV light, has all that type of stuff. But each one of these enclosures costs us anywhere on average of about $14,000.
Come on, girl.
You gonna get her out anytime soon?
Come on. Okay, Dixie's got some dry shed on her body. God. So we're gonna let her soak a little bit. Slow and low. Don't want to freak her out.
How the heck?
Mike, the water made her tail rainbow.
I don't think that's the water.
No, I put her in the water and then she now has rainbow.
Must be that shed.
Trying number 2. Mike, you're gonna have to put her with some amnesia.
I got a lunch bowl. Oh, she's pooping.
See that? Gotta lift the tail up for support.
Just some iguana poo. Look, no, her poop's rainbow too. I don't think that's normal. You've been eating too many Lucky Charms. I don't think she likes salami. Maybe we try somebody else?
Yeah, she literally went home.
We're gonna give Al a spa day now.
You don't have to go in slow-mo when the camera's in slow-mo.
Huh? Toads, water. What is that?
Mike, grow up!
Ugh.
Is it juicy jelly?
Feels like it.
No, Mike!
Did you enjoy your spa day, Al? Ew!
Perdita, my beautiful girl, how are you, sweetheart? You're looking so good. I love this snake. Look at the iridescence on this snake right here. Just absolutely shimmering, beautiful, beautiful snake. And we have an entire row of these enclosures that are actually double-sided. So you can see from that side or this side. Plus they have doors on each side, which are really cool. These guys are actually 6 foot long, they're 5 foot deep, and they're 7 foot tall. So they have so much room, not only with surface area, but also all this climbing area. Each one is figured out a little bit differently, but on average, each one costs us about $15,500 per enclosure. For this one, I'm actually getting inside the enclosure. Of course, my guy Diddy over here, what's going on? And Dixie over here looking like, hey Dad, what's up? This is actually a really long and tall enclosure. I love this thing, to be totally honest with you. And of course, it's right in the window, so Diddy and Dixie get the view of the road the entire day. It's actually 11 foot long, goes floor to ceiling, it's almost 10 foot tall, and it's 3 foot deep. So they have all kinds of room to climb. When I designed this enclosure, this was exactly what I was hoping it was going to look like. And I tell you what, getting in here was a bear. There's no doubt about it. But this enclosure itself cost over $16,000. Now, I don't want you guys to think I'm telling you all these prices because I'm trying to brag or anything. A lot of times people ask me, how much does it cost to open up the Reptarium? What does it actually do? It's a lot of money to make really cool exhibits. But listen, if you want to do it, you can definitely do this. And I hope that you're getting something out of it so that you know what you need to actually make these types of enclosures. Of course, we have Baby Kush, the absolutely incredible crocodile monitor. Love this guy to death. And the reason this enclosure costs as much as it is because it's what they call a neo-angle. So a lot more glass, a lot more money. This glass is not cheap at all. And then whenever you do something custom, it's going to cost a lot because we have angles and all kinds of different things. It's a pretty large enclosure. He's going to actually get a slight upgrade when we move across the street. So he's going to get a little bit more room because he is definitely getting big. Enclosure like this cost me $17,500.
I'm not gonna lie, totally just fun.
Do you know how many comments I seen yesterday about your tapeworm?
Oh my god, I'm just not really in the mood. My wife, she is just so freaking strong.
I thought you worked out every day too.
Taking me down.
All right, just hold it. All right, we're gonna give Ivy a nice big massage because she's a single mother.
Gentle, gentle.
I just hope she doesn't musk all over you. A lot of people don't think snakes have bones in them, but that's not true. Snakes is basically a skull with a really, really long spine, just like people, except they have lots and lots of ribs. We want to rub between every single rib, make sure that we get her good, not so strong.
Just getting all that like tissue. Just want to rub that out, get the lactic acid
Rub
out.
it right out.
Oh my god, Ivy, didn't know you had grippers like that. Mike, was that you?
No, I wasn't even hungry. Right between all those ribs. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness, look how strong she is.
Okay. Lucy's enclosure is really a big enclosure, and you need a big enclosure to make a 20-foot, 2-inch snake look like she's kind of small. I mean, when you get in here, you see how much room. Remember, I actually spent 50 hours in here. I'll put a card right up here. You can actually see that 50-hour challenge. Oh, and by the way, do me a favor. Can you subscribe to the channel? It really helps us out a lot. I really do appreciate it. Of course, there used to be a little waterfall feature in here. We just never fixed it. We got to get around to doing that at some point. But it's actually a 12-foot long enclosure, 8 foot deep, and 8 foot tall. So she has plenty of room to climb up in the tree, which she does often. She'll climb on the ledges at times. She spends time in the water. Loves right over here because this is one of her basking spots. And an enclosure like this could set you back about $20,000.
A lot of ice cream.
And like I mentioned, glass, water, waterfalls cost a lot of money. Hey, Salty, it's okay. Come on, girl. Up you go. And of course, Salt and Pepper deserve it because they are absolutely amazing. But they are outgrowing this enclosure. There is no doubt about that. So in the new place, they're going to get a giant enclosure where they can stay their entire life in. I cannot wait for that. That enclosure is going to cost a lot, probably about $100,000. But this enclosure, because of all the glass, the water feature, and everything else, cost me $25,000. Bowser, look at that prehistoric beastie right there. I absolutely love him. And I absolutely love the way that this pond turned out. It was one of our biggest first features when we actually only had Reptarium 1.0. This was the feature that when you walked through the door, you saw. So it had to be absolutely spectacular. And the reason it costs so much money is not only does it have super thick glass, lots of viewing panels, but it's also built with steel framing. So it just costs a lot of money. Plus all the waterfall, the filtration, everything else. Really, really expensive. This unit here actually set me back $30,000. But again, it was such a focal point of the Reptarium. We had to have something really cool, and it's worth every penny.
How we have Matilda out? Why don't we see what she weighs?
How about you do it and I just relax? A pillow. The thing's not even on.
Yeah, it is.
Ow!
Down. On the bucket. Back up.
152.8.
But she's not centered. Wow.
You must be hitting the growth spurt, right? Because typically when people gain weight, they shoot up in size, right? You know, like kids grow, They get fat.
She's peeing. Mike, she's peeing. So much for a relaxing spot. Don't drink your pee, Matilda.
She's so gross. What is that? A little squirt? It's clear. She's hydrating. It's just so much. I think she's still going. There's a new stream coming. Not the Disney Plus or Netflix. Different kind of stream.
And that brings me back to the most expensive enclosure that we've ever built here, which of course was Ivy's enclosure. The one she's gonna get across the street is gonna be actually even bigger. Instead of having about 300 gallons of water, she's gonna have close to 1,000 gallons of water. That way she can grow to 300 pounds and be happy in there. Can't wait to share this journey with you. And I hope that you enjoyed this video because it's done. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember,